Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we're probably going to be working a bit more on our communications infrastructure. But let's take a quick look at what missions we have available. Science data from space around Moho. That would be super easy. We'll grab that. Complete the Eve 4 journey. We need you to land on Eve, the Moon, Moho, and Minmus using a single vessel. Not right now. We might try that later, maybe. But probably not. What is this orbit around Kerbin? This, resource survey scanner. We don't have one of those currently. I want to take a quick look at this orbit. Let's see here. What is this alleged ooh. I don't hate that. Yeah, I really don't hate that. Okay, let's go. I was talking about putting a satellite in a big orbit around Kerbin. So, science data from space around the moon. Okay, we'll do that. That sounds easy. So we need space around Moho, space around the moon. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab position satellite in a specific orbit of Kerbin. Why is this prestige exceptional? You know what? I'm not going to complain. Let's accept the contract. Whatever. First things first, that is not the tracking station. First things first, let's go into the tracking station. Excellent. Now then, let's see, this guy orbiting Moho, this Odd One Mark III. Let's go ahead and fly this guy. Here we are. Wow, he's so out of date now. Let's log this temperature. Hang on a moment. We actually get science from this. Okay. 32 science received. That's exciting. Okay, so first things first. That is now done. So how much did we get paid for that? 105k. Okay, I will take that. We're almost to the point now where we don't care about science anymore, and we can start putting it all towards funding and or reputation, if we so desired reputation. I don't really care that much about reputation. The other thing that we had was from orbit around the moon, which is easy enough. So let's go ahead and finish that really, really fast here. Orbiting the moon, Odd One Mark I. Oh god. I thought the Mark III was super out of date. I don't even want to see this. Oh. Disgusting. Okay. We're gonna log this and transmit it. Not enough electric charge. Oh my. Okay. That's exciting. Let's angle our solar panels a bit more towards the sun, shall we? There we go. Now then. No. Don't be going back. Come on. Angle the solar panels towards the surface of the sun. There you go. We appear to have drained all of our electric charge, and it could take a while to get it back. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we also just came out from the dark side. That's a big part of the reason why that happened. Okay, now we should be able to send this data just fine. Transmit. Oh yeah, easy peasy. And we only got 30k for that, but that's fine. Okay, back to the Space Center. So the next thing that we need to do is, well, I want to check and make sure that there aren't any more of these super easy free money missions. Because we burn through cash relatively quickly with this Mark IV. Costs 160k to launch. So let's see here. Science data from surface of Gilly. That's doable. Super easy right there. Grab ourselves some free money. I mean, a lot of these we're still backwards on, but let's see here. Where are we at? Landed at Gilly. Geraldo Mark II. Okay. Don't cause this thing to go flying off. We can do this. Where are we at right now? Okay, we are right here. Excellent. Let's just grab ourselves some science data. Okay, so far so good. We haven't caused anything to go spazzing. We're gonna log this and transmit it. We're also gonna close our service bay. There we go. Hey, 124k. That's probably close to enough to pay for this thing on its own. Let's hop on back to the Space Center and see if there's anything else. What else do we got here? Is that it for free money? Let's see. That looks like that's it for free money. So for this guy, we need an accelerometer, which there's no point in having an accelerometer on there. Oh boy. Okay. So we need an accelerometer and a resource survey scanner on this satellite to make this work. So let's modify ourselves a special variant of the Mark IV. First things first, we do not need an interplanetary transfer stage. So let's call this the Odd One Mark IV Local Edition. There we go. And we don't need this interplanetary transfer stage at all. So we're going to ditch this in its entirety. And then this thing, we don't need this extra decoupler here. So we're going to ditch that. There we go. We don't need these struts. So this will be substantially cheaper. I mean, realistically, let's take a quick look at the Kerbal thrust to weight here. Do we even need the side boosters, is what I'm wondering. No. We don't need the side boosters. Okay, so this is the local edition here. Now, we need a seismic accelerometer on this thing. For reasons. So we'll stick one of them on. And then we need a resource survey scanner, which is going to be kind of awkward, I think. You're talking the surface scanning module? Yeah, this is a resource scanner. Unless you mean a survey scanner. I think they mean this. Which the reason why it's going to be awkward is because we don't really have anywhere to put it. Okay. But we do actually already have a seismic accelerometer on there. So we can take this guy off and save a little bit of money. Now the question is, how do we want to fix this thing? I mean... How do we want to? We could take the relay antenna off and put on a girder segment, and then put the relay antenna up here. Or potentially, we could do an XL girder segment, put the survey scanner on top, and then put the relay antenna awkwardly over here. Of course, we'll have to redo our fairing, but that's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that should be fine. This thing should have plenty of delta V to get wherever it's going. I really, really hate this. Oh, man. Let's try this and see if I hate this less like this. We also might be able to save some weight on the fairing this way, which is nice. I mean, I kind of hate that less. Maybe if we stick it like right there. I mean, I still kind of hate it, but... Okay, let's go ahead and edit our fairing. I don't know how wide we actually need to go here. Looks like we do need to go all the way out. But then we can just come in like so. And close the fairing. So that does save us a little bit of weight. And we can have our scanner. Okay, well, I mean, it is saving us a substantial amount over the standard, the standard Odd One Mark IV. So, it's awkward, to be sure. But let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Let's launch. And then the question is, what direction is this thing going? Do we care? We have like 1,000,000 delta V in this thing. Well, let's find out, shall we? Also, let's check our staging. I mean, it's very, very simple staging. So that looks fine. We are going this direction. So it would be opposite of our normal equatorial launch. But that's actually fine. We want to do a standard launch. So let's go ahead and do that. And off we go. This thing is still pretty much overkill. But that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and warp this since we don't really care about any waggling or anything. There we go. So far so good. We've got another minute of burn left in this thing. We're moving pretty quick. Okay. We're at 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, deploying, fairing. Excellent. We have another 31 seconds of burn left in this with 4.5 thrust to weight ratio. Oh boy. We'll be breaking Atmo momentarily, though. Oh, it tried to deploy the fairing. Isn't that nice? I already beat it to it. Okay, so we are going to need to raise our apoapsis to be quite high, which is going to take up most of our tank here. Most of our remaining tank. But that's okay. It'll take us a while to burn with our ion engine, but it's fine. Can always put a cut in or something. Physics warp is also always a possibility. Okay, there we go. And let's just go ahead and... Where's the apoapsis on this thing? That's the parry. So we're going to go ahead and burn right about here. Prograde. Prograde. There we go. Not that much. Excellent. And we want to be at... Oh my. That is actually not where we want to be. We want to be at about 58 to 60 is what I'm targeting here. 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be good right there. And let's just go ahead and change when we do this burn ever so slightly to be right about here. There we go. We don't need ascent guidance anymore. MechChub, execute that node. Fantastic. So this is going to burn through almost all of what remains of this tank, but that's fine. We still have stupid amounts of Delta V for this. And we're not going anywhere particularly far away. So once we get this burn done, and then once we get to this apoapsis, it'll be pretty cheap to just flip our directionality as we're expanding our periapsis. AKA burn retrograde to go prograde. So that'll be fine. We are currently just under 100 kilometers, which is the reason why it's warping so slowly. But we are completely fine. We'll have this contract done relatively soon. Just want to double check. Okay, yep. We have our resource survey scanner, so it is in fact this thing that they're talking about. Sounds good. We are currently mostly empty in these tanks. But we'll have a little bit of Delta V left to work with. Three seconds of burn time left. I mean, yeah. That's to be expected. So, with this out here, let's go ahead and do a maneuver right here. Burn retrograde, flip our directionality, like so, and just get our periapsis straight out this way until we're looking basically straight down. Twist our orbit slightly, like so. And then all we'll need to do is change our inclination. And most of this will be done with this initial stage here. So this is truly a single stage to orbit thing. We've done most of our maneuvers with it as well. We will do some with our ion propulsion, but ion propulsion is really, really low thrust to weight. That's why it has 3 hours and 15 minutes of burn time for 9,000 Delta V. Okay. So we are very soon going to be in position here. This is just outside the orbit of Minmus, so, I mean, it is relatively close. Okay. We've burned out our first stage, finally. And now, our ion propulsion. Look at that. Is it not glorious? Look at that glorious thrust-to-weight ratio. It is amazing. It's incredibly efficient, but incredibly slow. There we go. Now we just need to change our ascending node or descending node here. So let's go ahead and grab right here at this descending node. We'll add a maneuver. Let me just set Kerbal as our focus if I can here. Come on. There we go. Focus Kerbal. Okay, and now we just need to get this lined up so that I can actually see it. That's close enough. Okay, and now that's not the direction. We need to go this way. Okay. That's roughly the right inclination, although not exactly. It's pretty close. Let's see here. Maybe get it slightly closer. I think that's about as close as we're going to get it. So we'll go ahead and execute that node. This thing is, of course, substantially heavier than our normal satellite would be because of this girder segment and this piece of crap. I wish we didn't need it for the contract, but we do. Okay, so that's our inclination change, and then all we'll need to do at that point is simply change our apoapsis and periapsis to be correct. Right now, of course, they are rather not correct. And they will be getting even less correct. But that's fine. All we need to do right now is match this inclination, which will be happening here pretty soon. It's going to be a 1minute and 25-second burn. But of course, we can time warp that up to 4x. So that'll be nice. Such tiny thrust to weight, but so efficient. It is truly glorious. Ion propulsion as a main way of getting anywhere, of course, is a kind of terrible idea. But for this sort of application, it is glorious. Just stick it on a satellite and you can adjust for ever, essentially. Okay, so at this periapsis right here, we're going to go ahead and add a maneuver. Actually, we're going the other way. Let's do it at this apoapsis over here. We'll be here sooner. So let's go ahead and twist our orbit quite substantially, in fact. Not quite that substantially. That's probably close enough for now. We can tweak it here in a moment. And we'll just twist it this way. Oop, slightly too much. There we go. Oh, okay. We need to go this way slightly. Retrograde slightly. There. I like it. That's very, very close. Although, see here, we need to go in slightly. Like that. Yeah, that's about as close as we're gonna get. So let's go ahead and execute that node. That'll be 30 meters per second, so that won't be too bad. Even with this pathetic ion engine. Okay, so here we go on this burn. Did I just... I did. That's interesting. We've got some things that we missed a gravity scan on. Like here, Kerbin's shores, apparently. There we go. I think that was the only thing. How did we miss the shores, of all things? That makes no sense. Okay. There we go. And now all we need to do is change our apoapsis. So at this periapsis, let's go ahead and add a maneuver. And we want to go retrograde to right about... That looks pretty decent. Yeah, that's very, very close. Execute that. There we go. And that contract will be completed as soon as this time warp is done. Fantastic. I really hate having this survey scanner on here. It makes me so salty. Oh well, let's get this 9.4 meter per second burn done with, MechJeb. I just want to keep an eye over here. I think it was just... Oop. Mountains. We don't have... Oop, missed it again. And Badlands. Mountains and Badlands. Water. Wasn't fast enough. Oop, missed it there. I only saw the 2 biomes. Yeah, we're over water right now. So we may as well physics warp for this burn. Excellent. Okay. Let's just warp around until we get mountains and badlands. That's grasslands. That's only 100x. Highlands, grasslands, water, grasslands, highlands, grass, water, highlands, grasslands, mountains. Transmit that. Okay, there we go. 17 science added. And now we need badlands. That's water. Come on. Grasslands. Mountains. Islands. Grasslands. Islands. Mountains. Islands. Grasslands. Oh boy. We'll get to the badlands soon enough, I think. I hope. This is water. I only saw it once. Grass, highlands, mountains, grass, highlands, grasslands. Oh boy. This could take a bit. Come on. Okay, well, I'm going to put a cut in here, and next episode, we're going to find the Badlands, and then go do something else. See you all then.